Welcome to part 5, and we left off with Fludder 450's question: do you think Sega should come back as a console manufacturer? Now the the console race now it's a really tricky situation. In the old days you could have as many as 10 consoles a generation. All these companies try to make some money off video games. But there's always the last one in the bunch that decides that we'll ditch this old system and make a new one, jumpstart the next generation and keep the wheels rolling. But now Nintendo is number one. Xbox 360 is really making money. Sony PlayStation 3 is not far behind. This is really a unique situation that there are three console manufacturers, and all are practically even. Well, not even, but there is no clear loser that would like to start the next generation and make a even better machine, which is a good time for us consumers, really. But Sega with the Sega's financials at the moment, they really can't compete. I would say that the only way that Sega will make another console is that maybe when Nintendo or Microsoft or Sony buys up Sega and puts Sega's logo on the next machine that they decide to make. But it's sad but true. Nisse Hultan asks, when do you think your N64 collection will be complete? Are you aiming to complete it in 2010? I'm really missing 19 Japanese games, which are quite hard to get even in eBay. I will be going to Japan hopefully, well, this time in 2011, and then I will complete it if I haven't before when going to Japan. But yeah, I'm trying to complete it in 2010. I'll keep you posted. Toni 1994 asks in Finnish: Janne, vaikka mä tämän kysymyksen suomeksi esitänkin, niin haluaisitko Suomessakin nyt pidettäisiin samanlaisia pelitapahtumia kuin Amerikassa ja muualla maailmassa? And in English, Tony is asking that would I like to have gaming conventions and gaming happenings like in America, but here in Finland. And of course, yes, we have some small gaming expos. Well, maybe only one here in Finland, but I would really like to have some big tournaments and expos and stuff like that here in Finland as well. Silvery Dark 25 asks, what is the most difficult game you have ever played? That is again a tough one. Maybe some Ninja Gaiden or Devil May Cry game, I don't know, possibly Steel Battalion. There is just so much to learn there. Yeah, maybe one of those. Did you beat both Shenmue 1 and 2? Yes, I did. If so, do you also still have hope for Shenmue 3? Well, there has to be hope for Shenmue 3. I would say that that is the most that is the game that I most would hope for to be released. But we'll see. Maybe if Sega makes a ton of money on other franchises, that they will try to make Shenmue 3 still. But even Yu Suzuki, the maker of the game, has said, well, years ago, that Shenmue 3 will be told in one format or another, maybe in movie format, but we'll see. Hopefully the game will come. And also Silver Dark 25 asks, have you played the Yakuza Ryu Gotoku series for the PS2 and PS3? No, I have not, but I would really need to, I know. Clonova 7H asks, what are your opinions on video game movies and which ones do you like? Most are crap, but well, the Resident Evil movies, they are okay, but not great Resident Evil movies. They are just okay action movies. you know, too much automatic weapons and rock music and techno music and, you know, not great Resident Evil movies, you know, the live action ones. Degeneration is it's okay, but I would say that the best video game movie is Silent Hill. Great atmosphere. Have you played Valkyria Chronicles or Skies of Arcadia? Valkyria Chronicles no, Skies of Arcadia yes, one of my favorite RPGs. What do you think of reviewers like Nostalgia Critic AVGN, Happy Console Gamer or Classic Game Room? Well, Angry Video Game Nerd, you know, he's just a classic. I really admire him, and he cracks me up all the time, and I have watched all his videos, and I really love him. Interghost asks, is there any videos that you wish you had made better? What do you plan in the future? Better? No. You know, I even though I make all my videos in one take, you know, if I make a too big of a blooper, I just start again. So not that way. Although in my room tour there was really crappy lighting, and I wish I would have done that better. But I will do a better game room tour once I move and get all my stuff in nicely in my new apartment. So a new video coming up there. What do you plan to do in the future? Yeah, my collection videos are almost done. Just a few left to do, and after that maybe some console reviews, hardware reviews. Trust Nas Gem Monitor asks another question about digital distribution. Dan the Busman asks, if you could have only one console in a generation, which one would it be and why? My choice is the PS2. Now, I'm not gonna say the Nintendo 64 here, because basically, you know, I've played all the games there, and as such it doesn't have that much to offer to me anymore. But even though it would have to be the PS2. You know, there are like what, 8,000 games released for it worldwide. So a lot of games there. It would have to be my best choice there if I could only have one. Tuna Noel asks, did you ever come across any gems while working at a game store? Well, I did get some games there, snatched some best games of a big lot that came there, but nothing really special, no. But I gotta say that as a game collector, it is a really nice proposition to be working in a game store because of game cases. You know, PS1 game cases and Dreamcast cases, which are different here in Europe. There are unique cases. You just can't swap some jewel case for them and have a mint box. Especially the Dreamcast cases here in Europe are really fragile. But while working there, you know, I could swap all the game cases into mint ones, and I did so for every DVD case and all of that. So that was a really nice plus, that I could, you know, upgrade the value of my collection that way. That was really nice. How many questions do we have here? Hellbilly232, top 10 favorite GameCube games. Maybe I'll do a video on those. Not gonna answer it here. And Roder 9000 asks, do you think it would be a good idea to switch back to cartridges in main consoles? You know, I'm really biased. I go all soft in the knees when I think about cartridges, and you know, I love the Nintendo 64's cartridges. You know, no loading times. You can in many games you can save right on the cartridge, and you know, all sorts of pluses. it's nice for retro consoles, but you know, nowadays no, it's not. It's not viable. They are too expensive and can't hold. You know, and even if you pay for what am I rambling about? You know, there you can't fit as much data on them unless you pay really much for the chips, and you know, the modern optical drives are fast enough, so no need for lamenting about the loading times. But I do like them in retro consoles. And check out the sixth and final part of my Q&A next. Thanks for this.